Hello everyone! Welcome back to my chatty, sassy corner here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury fashion, luxury travel, life's luxuries in general. And if that's something that interests you, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below. Now today, what we are going to be talking about is a really big bag trend for 2023, and that's the big Hobo bag. And this video really comes from a place of me loving the YSL iCare bag, but not loving the $4,300 price. And so because of that, I've been sort of like looking, okay, what are some different alternatives? What else out there this year? And I've tried to really cull it down to different versions of Hobo bags, and the ones that I feel are the best, I'll give my reasons for that. But if there's a bag that you think should be on this list that I haven't mentioned, make sure to put it down in the comments below, because that's really what I enjoy most about doing YouTube, is getting to interact with people. And so I would love it if you'd leave a comment down below, whether it's a bag that you recommend that's a Hobo bag that I've left off the list, or what one of the bags is that you particularly really like as an alternative on this list. Now, because this is based on the YSL iCare bag, the first bag that I'm going to recommend is one that does something similar with the shape. So it has two top handles, it can wing out, or you can cinch it in so that it sort of creates that nice triangle shape that I think is really lovely, but it is at a much better price point. It is by Mulberry. It is $1,300 and is a new for this season bag, and it is the Millie Tote. Now this is in the bigger size, not the smaller size, but this bigger size, I love this bright, vibrant yellow for spring, summer, fall. Yellow is just, it's a great color, and I think that Mulberry nailed it with this shade because it doesn't go mustard, it's not pale, it's vibrant, but it's not obnoxious. And I think that's really beautiful. Also, just like the YSL, it does come with an extra little pouch. So I think that that's a really nice touch. And like I said, it's only $1,300, and Mulberry leather is a very nice leather. It feels really good and supple. And so I think this is a really great alternative to that bag. Now, a couple of things to note, it does only come in the yellow. If yellow is not a color you're interested in, you're not going to be interested in this bag for right now. But like I said, it is brand new for this season, so they could add more colors later or throughout the year. The other thing to note is that it is an unlined suede on the inside. Some people don't like that with their bags, and if you're one of those people, then this is probably not going to be a bag for you. But I do think that it is a gorgeous bag with beautiful quality leather at a really good price, so I wanted to put it on here. Now, if you are wanting to go for a Hobo bag, but you want more of a traditional Hobo bag than what the YSL bag is. You want sort of that big traditional big bag with just a single top handle. I think Louis Vuitton's the place that you've got to go. To me, the graceful MM at $1,890 won out. This bag, the thing that I really like about the graceful in particular is that unlike most bags that Louis Vuitton is producing, it actually does come in all three canvases, and that is huge now. You don't see a bag that comes in monogram, damier ebene, and damier azur that often. And you have all three interior linings. So there's a beige lining, a red lining, a dark pink lining, and a light pink lining, depending on which canvas that you pick. And this is also a really great price point for Louis Vuitton nowadays. Now, when I'm filming this, they're saying that Louis Vuitton is going to have a price increase the day after I film it. And so maybe this is no longer the price, but either way, I think that this is a really great option if you're wanting a classic looking Hobo bag. You can also find plenty of these on the pre-loved market if you don't want to pay the brand new in-store price. Now, most Hobo bags that you're going to see are typically going to be open. They typically don't have a zipper closure, but I think they're a really great option if you are looking for something with a zipper that has that similar modern Hobo shape like the YSL bag. Is going to be from Jimmy Choo, actually, and it is going to be the Anna Hobo bag. They do have it in a leather and a suede version, and the suede in navy blue is actually on sale for $675. The suede is $1,350, the leather is $1,450, and I think this is a really beautiful bag. I love the way that It does have that triangle shape. I love the slouch that it has, and I love the fact that it has a zipper for security, because let's face it, open bags are obviously going to be less secure than a zipped bag, and some of us just like to have the comfort of a zipper, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So this is a really great option if you fall into that category. Now, what if you're wanting something that is more of a smaller hobo bag that gives you the option to crossbody it if you want, or shoulder bag it? So there are quite a few very beautiful options from Gucci. I don't want to say that Gucci doesn't have beautiful options, but they're certainly not the best priced options. Pauline has some interesting options, but they are very modern. To me, the bag that strikes the balance of small but classic hobo the best is going to be Strathberry. It is their Moultries hobo bag that they just launched earlier this year. Has tons of gorgeous colors. I've done a review of what fits in this bag up above. I'll link it there. I'll also link it down in the description for you if you're interested. By the way, all the bags I'm talking about today are going to be linked down in the description below as well. But with this particular bag, I think that it is just really beautiful. It does have two different straps, so you can shoulder it or crossbody it, and they're adjustable straps as well on top of that. I think the closure is beautiful, the leather feels amazing, and it's a really well-priced bag. It is $595 if you're going with the regular smaller size. If you go with the larger midi size, it is $775. Still a really great price. While they are not currently on sale, Strathberry runs sales often, but if this will be your first Strathberry purchase, you can go ahead and get 10% off now, as well as if you are someone who is signed up for Saks, you have a Saks Rewards account, which doesn't require a credit card or anything like that, then you'll get emails occasionally for 15, 20, 25% off even, and that does apply to Strathberry, so you can get a really good price on that bag from there as well. Now, if you are wanting to combine the hobo bag trend with the kind of puffy, as Kathy Sorp says, inflatable bag trend, then Prada is going to be where you go. Now, personally, I feel that Prada bags are a bit overpriced. Prada also has the worst naming convention ever for their stuff because it's so generic. It's not a general style, so I will have the bag linked below. It's just called the Prada leather handbag. It is $31. I think the stitching on this is beautiful because it gives the leather puff without being such like a puffy quilted leather that you're going to have to worry about that falling over time and looking very flat, because this is a stitched puff to the actual shape. And I think that it is really beautiful. I do think that $3,100 is probably a little expensive, but you do have much more color options, as it does come in 3 neutral colors, unlike the YSL one, which only comes in black. And it is cheaper, just I certainly wouldn't call it a cheap handbag, but I do think that it is a really beautiful option if you are looking for a modern hobo bag. Now, if you are wanting to go onto the pre-loved market, I do think that the Gucci large soft Jackie hobo is going to be a really great option. I typically see these for between $600 to $1,000. It is a bigger sized hobo. It is beautiful, and it comes in a lot of really great colors of leather. I will have linked down below this like bright orange one that I saw on the Real. Hopefully by the time this video goes live, it's still available if one of you is interested in getting it. But I think this is a really great option, and it's really well priced as well because Gucci doesn't hold their value. And because of that, you're able to get a really good deal on a really nice, very stylish, but also at the same time very classic hobo bag. Now, there were 3 brands that I was looking at that had very similar looking hobo bags, and so I kind of had to just pick one of them. And the 3 that I was between is the Givenchy medium hobo bag, the Ferragamo hobo bag, or the Tod's hobo bag. And I ended up going with the Tod's, and the reason, honestly, like, I love the green color that they've done. It is the biggest of the 3. It is also the lowest price of these 3. And I like that stitching that's on the front. I like the T logo. I don't really know how to put it into words, but I just think that this is a just beautiful classic hobo bag from an unexpected brand. And because it's from a brand that's not as common, you aren't going to see people walking around with this one the way that you would something like the Louis Vuitton Graceful or one of the Gucci Jackie bags that they're really trying to push right now. And so I like that that is different. Now, that's not to say that the Ferragamo is not beautiful. That is not to say that the Givenchy is not beautiful. The thing that for me took the Givenchy out is that because of how deep that I guess crease is the way to say it, is that I feel like that it does limit the usability and definitely decreases the security of the bag when you have stuff in there. Beautiful bag, but that's sort of the reason that took it off for me. And then for the Ferragamo one, it is just, the maroon is not as pulling to me as that green is. I love that green, and I'm really wanting something in that green. I don't know quite what it's gonna be yet, but I feel like at some point this year, something from somewhere in that color green is going to come into my collection. So that's why I went with the Tod's, is because that green is just fantastic. And I think that it does have enough of that shape comparison to the YSL that it's a really good alternative at a much better price point. And so that wraps it up. Those are going to be my recommendations for what I think that the best Hobo bag alternatives are to the trendsetter, which is the YSL iCare. And so if you're looking for a Hobo bag this year, hopefully this will help you pick one. And I hope that if you've liked this video that you'll give it a thumbs up and then you'll subscribe to my channel